টাকাটাকে দেবে Yeah. So today is 30th of December 2024. Now it's 10 past 7 p.m. So needs to mention, today is the day before the very last day of this running year 2024. And once again I've come out of my home to film what I feel the need to film. As you can tell from the title, has been Bangladesh in 2024, or in other words, how was 2024 been for Bangladesh? It's been long. I came out with my camera last time. Last time I filmed was 18th of November last month. So it's already over a month. I wish I did forget. I could forget that I'm a documentarian. A year ago. just a year ago, over a year ago. Last year, I started my filming journey with this very same camera. And it seems like it's kind of an act I don't mind to do. I enjoy doing it. It seems like that. I didn't do it every day. I didn't do it even every week. Maybe once a month or twice maximum. But nowadays, I would say once a month average, I do film. This is Tanmondi, once again my residential area. So if there is anyone new, and the chances high someone should be new here, since I don't have not many old viewers. So those who are new, welcome to my world. And I should let you know that this is my residential area, and most of my films, maybe almost all of my films, except one or two, just a few, so have been filmed in this very place. Now I'm proceeding to Tanmondi Lake, one of my regular walking route. Filming, non-stop uncut filming. My way of doing what I do. Now I should tell you the reason why I'm filming what I'm filming. The theme is 2024, the year for Bangladesh. Why is that? Why should it be even a topic for filming? Well, because in this very year, 2024, Bangladesh took such a shocking, such a damaging turn. In my observation, In the middle of this year, famously known as the July-August Revolt. Well, there is a thing though. Those who participated in this revolt in my word, they want to call it, they like to call it, they love to call it a revolution, and I as a citizen, a lonesome citizen of this country, have problem to call it so, to label it so. To me, revolution is something much better, bigger, something positive, and the direction Bangladesh has taken turn to quite obviously not positive that much. Here's the filmmaker. I was visible in the shadow just now. Winter evening of December, late December. Funny thing is, the winter, the real winter, hasn't arrived yet. There's no sign of that grand arrival of winter anytime soon. I don't see any. So let me show you something. Over there, if you follow my hand, I'm not sure if my hand is very clearly visible. That's the historic house, the residence of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman Bangabandhu, the founding father of Bangladesh. And that place has been blocked from this side and also from that side. So on both sides there has been blocks or blockades for the sake of security or protection, although I would say it's too late to protect whatever remains there in that place. In July, the revolt that I was referring to just a little earlier, that house, that historic house, residence of the founding father of this nation, Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, that was almost burnt into ashes by the haters, the opponents of his party, political party. And there was basically no one, no force, no state power, nothing to protect it, to look after it, to take care of it for months, for 2-3 months, 4 months maybe. It was open for everyone to get an access to and just destroy, damage it even more. So that was the reality. And all of a sudden, security has been imposed. I don't know what is the sign of this is. Is this a sign of something good? Does it mean his party is coming back to power? It's just my theory. And I wish they did, actually. I'm not here in this film to play some very neutral role. I'm not a neutral citizen at all. I don't feel the need to be. Neutrality is a big problem. I'm against any kind of bias, but at the same time, I advocate strongly for being a supporter, supporting what you want to support. But more importantly, you should know, you have to know why you support what you support. So let's say if you support a political party, or you subscribe to some political ideologies, you should know why you do so, instead of being biased and surely not being neutral. What I dislike about a citizen or citizens is when you pretend to be neutral, because nobody is neutral. You are not neutral. But when you act like being so, that's what I'm doing now, basically capturing the night scene of my residential area. I don't usually come out. I'm at home at this time. I get done with my regular walk before evening. Now going back to the question, how's this year been for Bangladesh? I would say devastating, damaging. It's a permanent or impermanent, but it's a damage. The state's secular spirit has been damaged. Here I am, the filmmaker once again. Haven't I yet shown myself up? Do I need it? I don't think so. Now I'm moving forward to quite a spot, I would say. Crowdy spot. Popular by young crowd. And I featured that place quite a few times in some of my films, because these are my regular places that I have to pass by or go through. The spot I'm walking toward is called Rabindra Sarovar. For those of you who are not familiar with this place, this is one of the most popular destinations for people in this residential area. So that's the Rabindra Sarovar, the central stage of this amphitheater. Let me get inside this area a little bit. That's the amphitheater called Rabindra Sarovar. Rabindra. It is named after that famous poet, the greatest poet ever in Bangla language and literature, Rabindranath Tagore. So in his name, in his honor, and Sarovar is the Bangla word that means pond or lake. So don't think I'm having a totally absolutely random walk. Not exactly. I'm having some plan. Just like now, I'm going to take a turn on the left to visit another place. Sentimental, historical. Not that much historical though. But this place has some sentiment attached to it. Earlier I showed you the residential place, the house of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the founding father of this nation. But this time I'm going to, well, I shouldn't say I showed you the house. I mean, I couldn't get even close to that place. It was well protected, which is pretty much needed. I actually appreciate that. This was not the case just a month ago, I would say, just a month ago, or maybe a few weeks ago, less than a month. The house of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, Dhanmondi Botrish, which is what it's called in native Bangla, Dhanmondi 32, that's the road number. So I couldn't get close to that place, but this time I'm going to be successful to capture another house, and this is of his daughter Sheikh Hasina. Have a look at that. This one, I don't know if my camera is being able to capture the house in this dark, but this one is the private apartment of Sheikh Hasina, the former prime minister who has been a victim of international conspiracy and very unruly, unfairly was ousted by I would say uneducated mob, politically motivated mob, maybe that would be the more accurate term. Politically motivated mob. She was running this country so good, I would say, for over 15 years. In my opinion, yes, this country had been having and still is having corruptions. No question about that. From top to bottom. And yet, if you ask me how this country was going during Sheikh Hasina regime, then I would say it was doing pretty good. And why I'm saying this? Because this country was moving toward a progressive direction. Which is, quite sadly, not the case anymore. This is another part of Dhanmondi Lake and my most favorite part. When I come here to have my walk, my regular daily, almost daily I would say, walk, then this part is my most perfect one. Hello, hello, hello. My camera keeps rolling on since the very starting point. Which is one of the characteristics of my filmmaking. I'm not very fond of calling it filmmaking. I'm not making anything here. As you can see, I'm just capturing. But then it doesn't look so easy, so smooth, so easy. Oh, I'm just letting the camera roll on and capture whatever is happening around me, surrounding me. But then I would encourage you to give it a try yourself. Just give it a try. Do it yourself. Then might be you will realize that, oh, it's not as easy as it looks. Ha ha ha. So I don't know if I should call it filmmaking. Again, I'm not making anything, I'm not making it up for sure. Now, what's going on in Bangladesh? Well, I'm talking sporadically. I'm not having any scripted speech, well thought out, well written. I'm just speaking my mind. I'm just saying things out loud from my heart. And what is going on in Bangladesh? My first and foremost concern is Bangladesh, my country where I was born and raised. I'm living currently, has been hijacked by anti-Bangladeshi ideologists. What do I mean by that? Well, Bangladesh is not at the hand of Bangladeshi lovers anymore. When it comes to power, well, all this time I'm capturing people, ordinary citizens just like me, and they're not the ones who are ruling this country. They're not the one who are governing this country. They're not the one who are in control of this country. So I am referring to those ones who are in power, and and I'm not the only one who would say that, but they are actually on power very unconstitutionally. Ha ha ha. The name I uttered a few times, Sheikh Hasina, the former prime minister. There is a tricky thing though. Is she a former, really officially the former prime minister, or she's still the prime minister according to the constitution, which is what has been very much trampled. Is that the right word? Trampled. By these people who are currently having the steering seat. Now you might be wondering, oh, everything seems to be running pretty well, smoothly. Which is what it looks on the surface. That's the outlook. That's what it looks on the surface. The exterior. That might not be the case interiorly. Inside, the story is different. This country, and I'm saying this with my, from my observation, is having zero law and order, just zero. There is no law and order anymore. And what do you mean by that? If I'm attacked now, if my device that I'm filming with is hijacked now, if I'm attacked, if I'm, let's say, even assaulted by anyone all of a sudden, then quite surely I'm not going to have any help from any so-called administration. There is no police, there is nothing. There is no police functioning. And that has been the case for over 5 months, since August. Notoriously August 5th. The day when Sheikh Hasina was ousted. So I could take turn on the left, but that's not what I'm going to do because that would be a repetition of my road. I'd rather choose to take turn on the right and have a tour of a different part of this lake, this huge lake, and then I'll just exit from here and I'll find myself just in the middle of the highway. That's my plan now. Do I do it regularly? I mean, this walk at this time? No, not exactly. I don't walk at this time. In this evening time, I'm most comfortable being home. So this little darker area, darker part, is preferred by the couples because they can have some privacy, much needed ones. And there is a small version of amusement park for the children. So no law, no order is currently functioning, as I'm saying, and everything seems to be going and doing pretty fine, unless and until you are one of the unfortunate victims and in need of help from law people, law agencies, law enforcement. Now I'm just like I promised, I'm in the middle of the highway. I shouldn't call it a highway. I'm not sure what highway means, but it's one of the main streets in the city, Dhaka. And here I am for the first time, the man behind the camera. Just now, I felt like I should show myself, capture my face as an author of this film. So that's Dhanmondi Bottrish 32 Street. The residential house is situated on this very street. The residence of Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, the father of the nation, the founding father of the state of Bangladesh. He's called Bangabandhu in Bangla, which means literally friend of the Bengal. For very reasonable reason, good reason. Because that's what he is. Let me go straight, headlong. So I'm doing kind of a very round shaped track. is a never-ending traffic. And everlasting as well. Never-ending and everlasting traffic jam, which is a common scenario in this city. My deep condolences for all the poor, unfortunate people inside this public transportation.
Right there.
I don't need to tell you what that food was, right? That's called shawarma. Beef filling inside a rolled up bread. So I'm doing this round trip, and slowly and gradually I'm going back to the point where I started my journey from. I'd like to finish my film. There are some spectacular buildings. Here one, the other one I already tried to capture over there. But this one is still under construction. Looks so expensive because it is. Another one. The man behind the camera, his shadow. Today he's mainly a shadow man. Well, you might be wondering if you if you are wondering, well, I'm not talking because I'm letting my picture talk. I don't need to add any talking here to what is you're saying. There's no question about this fact that Dhaka, the capital city of Bangladesh, is the most hunkiest city on planet Earth. I mean, I can bet on that. I can bet on that. And I call it noise terrorism. And that's what keeps happening in this city each day, every day. I'm one of the victims. As a permanent resident of this hunkiest city So I'm already there in my residential place. In this my residential area. So this is specifically where I reside. This is historically renowned establishment called China. My favorite. The cultural center. And that's the bridge that I started my journey from. And my film is coming to a conclusion. The conclusion. Once again, that very gentleman. And love you all.